Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the long-awaited review of the Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows comic book series. Which, this is the comic book that started the series off, actually, before we got the continuation of it. Because this came out the exact same year, in 2015, the same year as the first Spider-Verse comic book event. Okay, so you know what would happen if Peter chose not to sell his marriage? This is the comic book that does it. So basically, this is the first ever Spider-Man having a family comic in the 2010-ish era. Because back then, we had Mayday Spider-Girl comic book series. And that's from a different universe. But yes, we have Peter Parker, Mary Jane Parker, and Anna Marie Parker, Anna Marie May Parker, maybe. Let me know in the comments if I got her name right. But this was a 5-issue mini-series before it got popular enough to continue the series, which has, for graphic novels, there's 4 volumes. But this is the book that started it all. And if I'm being honest, this is one of my favorite interpretations of Spider-Man, plus it gives him a happy ending. Part 1. Why we can't have nice things. You see some history lore here and there. And we can see Peter fixing up his web shooters or refilling his thing, whatever. Let's see. And MJ is having Peter a talk about maybe slowing down being Spider-Man because lately the other superheroes have been not picking up their slacks lately. For some reason, Spider-Man's been dealing with stuff for Daredevil, Iron Fist, Moon Knight, and MJ is asking him to maybe stop being Spider-Man for a while so that at least Annie here can have her father. Which is an understandable reason. You can't, if I'm being honest, it must be hard to try to balance a superhero life with a family life. And of course, Peter still works at the Daily Bugle like most variants. And actually, right now, they can't sell pictures right now, especially with superheroes or vigilantes, because they have gone missing. Even some of them are ending up dead. Punisher, Moon Knight, and a boy named Night Trasher. And we have the Avengers here. Alright. Okay, I gotta point something out here. Captain America of this world has a giant A on his chest for some reason, which doesn't make sense to me. We got She-Hulk, that was like Speedball, Nova, Namor, and I don't know if that's his sister. Can't think of her name. Black Panther, don't know who that guy is. Firestar, don't know who those two are. Iron Man. Hulk, Watts, I'm going to assume that's Vision. Let's see here. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Spider-Man just opened up to Iron Man that it's not just him anymore. He has a wife and a baby girl. And Iron Man even offers Peter's family to stay here until this whole thing with the guy that's hunting down the heroes is in order. But yeah, I don't understand why does Captain America, because that star symbol that's supposed to be on his chest is now covered with the A. Like, he has a star on his forehead on the mask. And there was a breakout in Rikers, which that got Peter worried because apparently there's one person that went to Rikers. Black text bubbles mean one thing: Venom. Now, before anyone asks, that may look like Matt Gargan's design. Here's the difference, though. When Matt Gargan wore the Venom symbiote, his eyes, I think, maybe were a bit darker, like with the pupils, but that definitely looks like Eddie Brock. And Venom just really pissed Peter off because he is using full strength here. He is not pulling his punches. No quips, no nothing. This is a Spider-Man not pulling his punches against Venom. Region? Please tell me in the comments I'm saying that name correctly. Legion. And MJ's trying to figure out a way to keep her and Annie safe specifically from Venom. Fire truck. And knowing Peter's enemies well enough to, especially symbiotes, to their weaknesses. Peter either has a choice to make right now. Either help the Avengers or help his family. And I like that Peter put his family first here. I mean, it sucks for the other heroes, but they would have to understand in the predicament Peter was in if they knew more about him. This is showing Peter being a bit selfish in here, which I kind of like. Like, don't get me wrong, I like when Peter's not selfish, but it is nice once in a while to let him grow a little. And this universe does it perfectly. Oh shit, he just whipped up Hulk's arm. And Spider-Man keeps wailing on Venom here to the point of putting him in the burning fucking building. Oh hey, look at that. Venom's back logo almost looks like Peter's. That's funny. MJ asks if anyone was still inside the building, and this fireman tells her no. That means Peter could just bring the building down on him. He is going to kill him to protect his family. And honestly, I would not blame Peter here. This man threatened not only to hurt his wife and child, but even mentioned to devouring her brains. That is fucked up. So, fuck Venom in this world. I'm glad the fucker's dead. After that, Peter retired being Spider-Man. Now he's just a normal civilian. Now, before anyone asks, does he still have his powers? Yes, but he makes a little inhibitor chip that suppresses his powers, but also for his daughter. Because if this guy finds out about Spider-Man's powers, like he's still around, he's got to take them and add them to his own for some reason. Issue or part number 2. Because we say so, that's why.